Hello and welcome to another episode of Prototech Pursuit as I fly on over to the camera here. Hello. Welcome. Oh god, it's hard to maneuver when you're doing it in third person, and if I pull my mouse left, my character rotates right on my perspective. Oh, this is weird. But anywho, welcome. In the last episode, we found this ship. And, well, we kind of stole it, but it's in the past. It's ours now. So, what are we going to do with it? Well, in between that last episode and this episode, I repaired it up, went and welded it, and got it semi-functional. So, it is station keeping by itself. We actually had enough ion thrust, enough thruster components, that we're able to get at least one thruster in every direction. So this ship can fly by itself. It doesn't need to be towed around by the logistics ships anymore. And so we have to think of a purpose for this ship and how it's going to work into our fleet. And I'm thinking we have a couple options. Let me jump back into my character and let's get to it. So some of the repairs that I did was just clean up all the damaged components, and like for example in here, let's pull away some of these catwalks because I feel like I want to have a stronger floor than that. Repaired these arms and beefed them up a bit because they were blown to shreds. The engine pods almost got taken off during the fight, and got rid of the enemies. It was a remote control here that was controlling the ship, and there was some timer blocks like this one here that were very scary. I don't like timer blocks on AI grids. They always make me feel like the thing's about to explode. So I like to get rid of those timers as soon as physically possible. So hence, that's what I did. We ground them down so they were not functional anymore. And I still haven't ground down the door yet. Oh, these take forever. But while we're doing this, we can talk about the ship. I think this ship could be one of two major roles, which is going to be either a light combat scout patrol type thing, or it's going to be a merchant-y jump drive carrier thing. And the two roles would be, I could either use this to jump into an area first, scout it, figure out what's there. If any drones chase me, I could have a series of Gatlings, because I'm certain I could add a Gatling or two on the side. If I did a little bit of reorganization of the interiors here and added some more conveyors coming forward, I'm certain I could get a Gatling like here. Yeah, I definitely could get a Gatling like there. Put a Gatling on each side, have a Gatling on the roof. I'd have three at least. Maybe I could put one on the tail. Who knows? You know, that kind of thing. And I'd be able to at least take out drones that were chasing me. Not getting into any major combat, but just be light, fast, and, I mean, relatively disposable. I found this thing for free, so I can lose it and then whatever. It's not like I've really lost anything. The other way I could do this is make it more of a jump ship for our fleet. And what it would do is it would be grabbing on to our industrial ship here, which you can see I've started to paint up with some nice colors to make it just that much more interesting to look at. And it would be able to grab this with some sort of mag plate or landing gear or whatever on the nose, and then it could jump to a location to haul this thing around. So it'd be sort of like a hauler, maneuver, space only. I don't want to use my hydrogen, so I use these ions because it's cheap on power. You know, that kind of thing. Which, at this point, I think that's probably the more useful use for this ship. And, yeah, let's get to it. I want to renovate this thing a bit, too. because I believe I can make a better cockpit than this. As when this ship was designed, we did not have a good of windows yet, right? We have round things now. We have round windows. Can't remember if they were round when the ship was designed. Which, I can't remember if the round windows were around. Yuck, yuck, yuck. We could even, if we wanted to, use some of sort of the dome type windows and replace some of the roof to add windows further up. We'll have to look into that. But first, let's just add some windows onto this thing and see what it looks like. Grab our girders, as that's what we need to build our windows. And put the round window there. We also need a... I do need this round armor. I will put that in again in my bar in a second. The 1x1s and the 1x2s, I think. As well as that... round armor. As these guys, I think, can go. And I can add just a delicious 1x2 into this spot. So it'd be a 1x2 flat inverted. Yes. And that's what would fit there. And then there isn't any line down the middle, making it look prettier. And then this is only going to be a 1x1 because that's what fits there. But again, a 1x1 inverted. A round, and then this guy, and flop in one of those 1x2s. So I think bare minimum, if I did that and I brought this armor out, I could put a rounded here. We could have this entire cockpit area be a nice rounded looking cockpit, because I think that looks kind of cool. And I can fix this up with those slants there. I can figure out how I want to do that armor transition. But I can get in through the doorway, I guess. And we can have a seat here for the conveyors for now. And we can just sit here and have a full, like... oh, it's like 270 degrees of view left and right. That's pretty awesome. Alternatively, we might be able to do a little bit of windowing above. And this might look kind of cool, because we do have in the round windows... we can do like a round window there and a round window there. And then there is the dome. Yes, the corner there. Oh, yes, that looks good. And do we go all the way back? Is a question. I don't know. I gotta weld up this seat so I can actually sit in it and see what the view is like. So give me a second for that. So if I'm sitting here and I look up, oh yeah, if I look straight up, that's as far as I can see. I can look back to my left and my right. Oh, I get so much view. Although I could extend this a tiny bit further. But I'm not sure if it's needed. Because I could change this. And we could have even more glass. But I think even just that. I think that looks really cool. And... yeah. The slope, the round armor slope there, I think is the right choice. Because then it flows in nicely. Although, it's kind of annoying that we can't have that slope out there. But this corner goes to that corner. You know what I mean? So it's a slant back. So I don't have this bit right here. Because that bit is kind of getting in the way. But, oh well. You know, that's just nitpicky. That's like SE2 stuff where I would be able to do that. You know, special case. But for now, I think we can just get that bulletproof glass done up, which we're going to have to just... Oh, God, okay. We're going to have to make a lot more bulletproof craft. How about you just make me like 1,000? Because I'm probably going to need it when I'm trying to glass up this entire thing. And we've got this... Oh, such a cool looking bubble cockpit. Yeah, get in here. Oh, yeah, this ship is... it's going to look just damn fine. Wonderful. I guess for sure, if I'm adding this much just open glass in the cockpit right at the very front, there's no way this is going to be like a heavy like combat vessel. Oh, God. Well, that's all right. We are going to make this into a jump drive carrying ship that'll be able to maneuver us around the system as top speeds. Get rid of those two. I think replace them just with ground armor slopes. The slopes will go back to the conveyor, and then that's fine. The conveyor will act as sort of the break between the blocky and the roundy. And the last bit of armor, done. And text panel can go away. Don't really need that. And it should be, if I close this up, where's the hole? Do I have a hole in this thing? Are you wanting to pressurize? Find leak. Ah, through the survival kit. I see. I do need to reposition this survival kit too, as I cannot use. And now it's going out through the auction. Right. Okay. I need to. I need to reposition this stuff because the survival kit is not very functional there on its side. So let me. I feel like I can dump materials. Dumping into the survival kit is not very useful. There's a cargo container on here, so I can't access it from here. My God, that is just not useful. Not at all. Why are these not connected? There's O2H2 generator here, which is that plugged in? Is it? Yes, through that junction. God, I had to sneeze. These engines are plugged into junctions here that are then ported down to this cargo container, which has access to the oxygen tank. That's good. I'm going to turn off that leak scan. Like, okay, I get it. I know, you found a leak. Good job. Quiet. So, this survival kit is just disconnected. I just need to put like a cargo container in here or something so that survival kit is connected up. But I don't really want to do that because I need to rotate this survival kit. It's not useful this way. Okay. Conveyor junction up top is connected up to the turret from the O2H2, which is not really connected to anything else. Oh God, this is so confusing. Okay. I think I need to completely renovate the butt of this thing. Cryo chamber's coming out. I don't need that. We'll reposition the air vent and maybe put it into a full conveyor vent. I'm questioning whether or not I want to put this oxygen tank in here. I think it'd be good to have oxygen because this place can be pressurized. But there's not going to be a good airlock system like my other ship. But yeah, I lose a little bit of oxygen every time I open the door. But at least I can sit in here in a warm environment in a chair. And I won't die if I leave my character for a while. But I just need to get a survival kit. And it needs to be accessible. And I can think about... Ooh, right. I can think about those turrets if I want to add those in the future. So right now there's conveyorage here. But we could theoretically add conveyorage there, which would give a turret enough of a clearance that they could sit there. Wrong turret. There's no way I'm using a rocket turret. It would just be a GAT. So we would be sitting like this. And that's what I do. I think I punch through here. And we're going to... I need to make sure. Which block space is this in? This catwalk. This window. Is it on the interior block space? Oh, it's on the exterior block space, because you can see how I can put a block in here and the window is still there. Oh, it's on the exterior block space. So if I put... It's like if I put a junction there, I would not be able to put a turret here, because even if I had steel plate, which I do, because this and this are in the way, then I could put a turret there. Okay. Good to know. And I can't put a... Wait, I can just put a turret right there? Wait, what? Is it not... Does this arm not get in the way? I thought that would get in the way. Wait, I can just put a turret... Okay, that is breaking my brain. What do you mean I can put a turret there? I gotta check something. Is this still one grid? It's not! That's why it's breaking. I thought I was going insane. There goes my thruster assembly. That's why I can place a turret there. Oh god, I gotta get that back. That thing's floating away. The thruster assembly is floating away. Let's go and slow these things down a bit. I'm gonna dampen to this. I'm gonna grab it. I thought it was like unlocked some sort of new like glitch or something for placing stuff. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna dampen fully. Okay, that's stopped. Now we're gonna run off and go grab this thruster assembly that's getting away on us so we can weld block this back together. Come on. I had it there for a second. Alright, gotcha. Alright. Back to my ship, wherever I left it. There it is. Oh, God. Frickin' ship isn't even in one piece. I wonder when that shattered. I don't know. I've been working on this thing for so long. It could have been when I took off like a particular block or something that it decided to break. We'll come back to a complete stop here. We'll release it. And we're going to back up. And we're going to have to add a longer arm out here off of something. Probably off of right here. We'll just do out and put a mag plate on that. And so I have a little bit of a arm, so I'm not immediately so close to it and causing so much of an issue. And now we have to figure out the orientation of how I want this thing to go. So this is up. One of these is what's going to attach. So we'll do the advanced welding. The welding pad. Put that here. So I guess it doesn't really matter which one's forward, which one's back, because this thing is symmetrical. But let's just go with this is forward. So this is the the forward side of it. So therefore, off of this side. Oh, wait, where'd the other side go? Is it floating away too? Okay, so if I've lost the two sides of it, one went to the right, I gotta assume one went left. So I'm just gonna go this direction, and I'm just gonna scan the horizon and hope to see something passing by. Which... is that it? I thought I saw something down there. There. That's it! Oh yeah, there it is! There's my thruster components! Get back here! Alright. And we will dampen to it. And now we can move on in for a nice, gentle grab. Bonk. Make sure we're dampened to it. Hey, we got it. Excellent. Oh, beautiful. And where'd I park? I think it's... I think I see the shimmer of my other ship there. Okay. I'm heading back in this direction. I believe that's where I left my ship. Oh my god, this entire process is scuffed. And we've returned. All the components back to where they should be. Now we just got to reattach them. But I have to admit, the ship does kind of look a little bit cool without its arms on it. It looks way different. Oh god. Alright, so I'm just going to position this one over here on the right side. I'll wait till my ship completely stops, and we are going to release and pull away. And we'll just let those float there beside the ship as we do a little bit more work on it. So. God damn it. I removed the blocks that were like here and here. That's what did it. Oh, god damn. Well, speaking of which, for those blocks, I'd like to replace them with batteries, because I think that having more batteries on the ship would be an excellent thing, because its power is going to be ripped to shreds as I charge jump drives with it. So, I'm going to put batteries in these slots. Alright, so with those batteries built, we'll now have 4 batteries along the belly of this thing, which I think is much better. But this actually kind of gives me a good opportunity, because I was going to have to do some finagling and such in order to get a turret to fit here, right? I need a little bit of steel plate so I can actually place a turret. But I was going to have to do some stuff and move a thing forward so I could fit the turret here, right? It'd be annoying. So, oh, I wonder. I think if I place the turret first, and then I reattach the arms, it'll work, won't it? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If I build this turret, ow, bonk my head, and I put this turret here, right on the edge of this, where I want it. If I then go and place a weld pad here, and weld pad this guy back with its weld pad of there, I think they'll connect. Because this is only... it's not an actual hitbox, right? It's just the placement of it doesn't like being there. Now, if this doesn't work, that's okay. Because what I can do is I can actually remove this thruster, and in these thruster sections here, I could theoretically remove this block and have a thruster pointing downwards out of this. So it would work fine. Let's give this a try. Let's see if I can maneuver this into position here. Alright, so first thing, I want to align myself with this thruster section so that I am aligned with it as it would be vertical to the ship. So I can come in straight like this, and as best I can, align with it perfectly, and grab. Alright. Now, what I should be able to do is I'll whip this around. I'll thrust away from the big ship here for a second. Reorient myself. Bring it down. And align it into position. Because I can't really bonk this ship very much putting this into place, because the main hull has no thrusters, so therefore if I do that, I am going to send it off flying, and then I'll have to scamper after it and grab it, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. What we can do is I can line up my spectator camera, and then I can press 9 to give myself control of my character back. And I can use that to ever so slightly adjust as I get closer and closer here. Oh god, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. I'm nudging it. No, I'm nudging it. It's not working. I'm gonna have to dampen to that. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I dampened to the grid I was grabbing, and that caused my thrusters to, like, freak out. Okay. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to let go of this. I'm going to have to dampen to that, and then re-grab this. Okay. This is getting ever so crazier and crazier. And then I'll go back into spectator. Dampen my spectator to that. And then press 9. Okay, we're back. We're just dampened now. So no matter how I bonk this, it'll work. So now I can just get it into position. Bring this up slowly. Bring it in slowly. It worked. It worked. Dampened. Where it stopped. We release. We move away. Oh, it deleted them! No! Okay, that sucks. I wanted that to exist. Okay. I think we use our magical powers. And we're going to rewind time, and we'll attach it one block back. Use the same method here. Set our spectator camera in position. Press 9 to get back control of the ship. And ever so slowly, gently maneuver it into position. Wonderful. That one was very easy. That's better. Okay, so that makes it a bit easier for me to have these turrets on the side, because that's an existing conveyor. This is great. And then these windows coming back, what I can do is I can put these, I can put them as catwalks. I can also just put them as armored plate, actually. Panels, I mean. Bar a bit. I can do armor panels underneath it like this, and just going along like so. Filling that in. Back to the turret. I think that'll work. I mean, I could put some other stuff there, maybe some inset blocks, something pointing out. And then the downwards thruster that was there can now be placed here. Got an ion thruster. Whoop. Use the same type, so that way it's consistent. And I can plop it down right there. Alternatively, that ion thruster could, if I didn't want to put it there, because that kind of sticks out a little bit too much for my own tastes, it could get stuck where this blast door edge is. Because that blast door edge isn't doing really anything important. We can just put the thruster right in the middle here. Boom! Ooh, maybe. I don't know, there's so many options here what I could do. I will find a spot for that thruster in a moment. But for now, we're going to get the other side plugged in at the same location. And slide on in. Oh! Oh, did I disconnect more stuff now? I disconnected this tire. That doesn't matter. I think I disconnected... Oh, yeah, these armor sections. God, this ship is falling apart. Okay, this stuff I'll just cut off and rebuild. I'm not repositioning the whole goddamn giant ship to rebuild these sections. This is just some armor. And now, there we go. Back to its former glory. Oh, god damn it. Anyway. Moving on from that. We do need to find a spot for a downwards ion. We'll figure that out in a moment. What I'm thinking is we do have this nice 3x3 area down here. That if I get rid of this blast door edge, because I can put something more functional in that spot, this kind of feels like a nice spot for a jump drive. To just tuck in a jump drive underneath this thing. You know? Maybe even reposition these batteries and tuck in the jump drive in this actual spot further up. So that way it's only one block down. It wouldn't be so protruding on the bottom. And then put the batteries somewhere else. Possibly in the floor here. Possibly a battery there instead of a full block. I'm going to give this a try. I want to see what this looks like. I'm probably going to lose some power on the batteries, but yeah, whatever. It's gonna, life is going to happen. Alright, we got this hole, and we can slip a jump drive into that space. I want to make sure it's oriented nicely to my desires. I'll have the two indicators aft and stern, and then we can see what it's like there. Oh, I think that's better. Yeah, than having it further down in the ship. Yeah, that looks way better. Yeah. What we can even do is we could say change these around. These don't have to be going up like that. These could be coming back down. Like this. To sort of better grab onto the jump drive. Ooh. This is good looking good. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. I think we're cooking here. I think that looks pretty bulky. And that is a wonderful place to put a jump drive. Yeah, let's build it up there. And then for batteries, wherever we're going to put this, we got the one battery there. And we can totally put some more batteries. I can put another battery probably there. There's no space in the little engine pods. They're pretty full. I think we could put a battery at this spot here on each side. That's a free spot. And there's a battery there and there. That'll give us 5. That's pretty good. We still do have the hydrogen engines and an O2H2 generator. So with a little bit of ice in a cargo container, we can still regenerate our jump drive just on ice as well. And then for a final thing this thing needs, in order for it to be functional, be a downwards thruster, which I probably want 2. And I think maybe just tucking it in, maybe right there. Because I'm losing spots on the main body where I can tuck that in. Yeah, I think just there and there. Yeah, I think that's just going to work. Well, it certainly was an eventful retrofit here, with parts flying off into the into the universe. Oh, God. However, we did manage to rebuild this thing, and it's looking pretty good now, actually. Cannot trust 77 power cells. Oh, I need my power cells. Gimme. Yes, give me a few hundred. We're going to need them. We'll get some batteries on this thing. We should figure out a way to get them connected up so it can join up with the main ship here through a connector, which I think what I could do... So I could put a connector like here-ish or something like that. And then I put a connector... say in the floor here, and this thing can just slide on in the back and snap to there, and then hopefully it would be thin enough that it would actually fit right between these thrusters and it wouldn't get burned. That would work. Now we have our cargo container here. I could run cargo access forward from here. We have our tank. This I have to leave because of control seat. Although I theoretically could put it there. I just need to remove the control seat and put it back. But I can put inset connector, which has a connection from the side. And then I can just run the reinforced tubes, but visible from the outside. Oh, I'm cooking. And that should be airtight in the middle. All right. Let's jump into here and disconnect and pull away. And now this ship here, I'm going to go in through the hole in the wall because that's funnier. We should be... Oh, no, I burned it. Alright, I'll fix that in a minute. We are slow because we only have a couple one thruster in every direction. But we are capable of maneuvering. Yay! And we can swing around here, around and behind, and get ready to dock. And now... let us move this ship into its final position. Eking it forward and down. Until the connectors... Oh, I am way off to the side. That's why I'm not lined up. Until the connectors connect. Oop! Don't clang on me. I'm trying to maneuver here. And I think we are aligned. stuck. And, okay, is this going to be kind of like somewhat perfect? Because this thruster, like when they do the thruster damage, it only does from the center beam, right? Like if you had a block like here, or like a half block like this is actually okay. It doesn't take damage when this thruster fires. If I'm remembering this correctly, it's only blocks that are like occupying this center beam. There's nothing there on this ship. It's got this hole in the middle where my thrusters can be. Wait, what? Is this actually kind of perfect how my two ships connect together? This is like a oh god, it's like the Power Rangers. They're like Gatai, and they're gonna combine and they're gonna become one ship that's better. Oh, this is kind of perfect. This thing is thrusting up, but it's not gonna damage the side because it's not in the way. What the hell, dude? This is awesome. Okay, I gotta test this though. Let's thrust downwards for a second here. And then let's thrust forward for a second. And then we'll let this thing stop itself. And let's go check to see if there's any damages. So if there's any damages, it'd be here. No. No. This is perfect. And it would have been this thruster that got burned. It's perfect. I am actually so happy how this turned out. This is so amazing. Oh, I couldn't be happier. But now we have a perfect little combination of ships. We've got our industrial ship that can go off and do its mining, and it's all like hardcore and heavy and like hydrogen powered. And we got this guy that's like sleek and light and all battery powered and ready to go and jump away, and it's gonna haul this big ship around. Oh, this is goddamn gorgeous. So now what I can do, we'll probably want to use my hydrogen thrusters for now because I just don't have enough thrust in this little ship here. We'll turn off our dampeners here. We'll let this thing just coast along with this ship. And we are going to just, oh god, I can't zoom out because it's in the way. Because I go like this and with camera, I'm going to zoom in. Whoop. We're just going to throw ourselves towards some of these asteroids. And we're going to go look for gold because we need to finish this jump drive. That is our next goal. Jump drive or bust. But for now, thanks for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow space engineers. She just was like, I don't care what you're doing. I need to have my beauty sleep. It's like, why is my owner yelling such weird things at a screen?